Today on So Much to Wear, we're doing a challenge, a trash to treasure challenge. The goal here is going to be use items that I have and I really don't want anymore. They're in my pile to either be thrown away or donated, and turn them into something not only that I can use, but something that I need and was about to go out and buy new. So you know those IKEA bags, the ones that are huge, super durable, and you can take everywhere? Well, I wanted something like that, but something that was like a little bit less, tarp looking. That's the goal today, to make a huge, hefty bag out of these things that I honestly was about to throw away. Can I do it? Will it be ugly? Will it be cute? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get started. So as you can see here, I have a lot of t-shirt scraps. I can explain this. So about a year ago on my channel, I made a t-shirt quilt, and I promised at the end that I was going to use this pile of scraps. I'm gonna find a way to use them to make something great with it. The reality is I literally almost just threw it away yesterday, but not anymore. To catch you up to speed, this is what I did a year ago. I just poured bleach on some of my favorite t-shirts, washed and dried them, and then put some iron-on stabilizer so that they would be easier to sew. This really is key here. Makes it so it can't stretch out in the sewing machine. If you want to know where you can get something like this, there are plenty of these on Amazon. I will put a link to it below. It is really key for beginner sewing with stretchy material like this. So here's what I'm doing. I'm using a rotary cutter, and I just keep cutting more and more squares of 5x5 inch leftover t-shirt pieces. And then I needed to figure out what order I wanted everything in. So I played around with the layout before deciding on kind of this rainbow pop color. It reminded me of my Lisa Frank middle school days. Once I was set, I went ahead and I stacked my 5 columns into piles with the first square on the top and the next that would be under it. So this is just to kind of keep everything in order, so when I was sewing, the format would stay like what I had picked out. Then I took that top square from my first column, flipped it over so the right sides were facing with the piece underneath it, and then just sewed a straight stitch right along that edge. And when that was done, I did the same thing with the second square, just like this, flipped it right sides facing and sewed along that line. And I did it again and again and again and again and so many times until I had this entire column. Then I repeated that process on each of the 5 columns. This sounds like a lot of work, and it is, but if you have like Netflix or something going on in the background, it's kind of peaceful. I can see why people are into quilting. Now, after each column was attached, I used my iron to press open the seams. This creates a cleaner, more crisp finish. And once the columns were done, I needed to connect them. So this is pretty easy. I just simply flipped the first column over onto the second column, pinned down the side, and then I sewed along that edge. I repeated the process until I had one large block of tie-dye t-shirt squares. Everybody knows t-shirts are not gonna hold up to the quality of an IKEA bag, so I needed to add a little bit of durability and heftiness to this. I had 2 pairs of jeans I wanted to get rid of. I got these from Goodwill, but then I didn't notice that they had like bleach stains, and they just like didn't really fit me very well. So to get the most fabric out of these, I used a scissors to cut open one of the leg seams, and then I just cut the whole thing off at the crotch. Now doing this with both pairs gave me 4 very weirdly shaped panels. I did my best to trim the curves and kind of cut them into actual rectangles. Then I flipped one on top of the other, right sides touching, pinned the edge, and sewed a straight stitch down that line. So now I've got 2 jean square rectangles made out of pant legs, big enough to become the front and the back of the bag. This pair I picked to be the front of the bag and decided I would sew my quilt blocks onto it. To do that, I went back over to my iron and I pressed the edges down about a 1/2 inch. Then I pinned it onto my jean square and I sewed a straight stitch about 1/4 inch away from the edge. So what this is allowing me to do is to attach it to the front of the bag while also making sure that the raw edges are finished off because it's all squished under there, and that's done in one easy swoop. And now it's attached to the front of my bag. We are getting somewhere. Then I took both jean squares, put their outsides or their right sides touching, and using the bottom hem of the jeans as the top edge of my bag, which means I didn't have to finish off that seam. I went ahead, lined it up nicely, and then pinned the sides and bottom edges together. Went back to the sewing machine, did a straight stitch along all of the sides. Once I was done with that, I switched my sewing machine to a zigzag stitch. I then sewed diagonally across the bottom corners as if I was creating some kind of shortcut. Triangle. This allows the bag to sit perfectly without falling over when it's all full of stuff. Then I also did a zigzag stitch along all of the lines on the sides and the bottom. What this is going to do, because I don't have a serger, is finish the edges so they don't continue to fray and create holes in the bag. It's also going to give the bag a little bit of that IKEA strength, hopefully stronger than my arm. So to use the strap, I simply unhooked it from the purse. Then I made my own loops to connect it using belt loops from the jeans. I simply cut the belt loop, sewed both ends with my zigzag stitch again and again and again to the corners of the bag, just really trying to make them as strong as possible, and that attached the strap. And it actually worked pretty well. It's pretty sturdy. The very last step, I thought it would be nice to have some kind of closure at the top, so this is what I decided to do. I cut the waistband of one of the leftover jeans, and I tried to create as clean of an edge as possible. Then I cut off the part with the button. I did a zigzag stitch to finish off that raw edge. Then I looped it over the front side of the bag, like so, and carefully used my sewing machine to attach it to the bag. I had to hand crank this because there's so many layers involved in this. If you're gonna do something like this, be careful. You don't wanna break your sewing machine just because there's so many layers. Last step, I cut off the buttonhole piece and I sewed it to the inner back side of the bag so I could simply button the pants to close off the bag. And here is the big reveal. This is how it all came out. So on me, it almost looks too big and ridiculous, but I think it's awesome. It can hold so much. It can hold beach towels. It could probably hold like 5 beach towels, honestly. But I won't be loading it with super heavy stuff. It's perfect for just like those bulky things that you really don't want to carry, but you can put into a bag. And if you like this kind of video, definitely let me know in the comments. Consider liking, subscribing, all of that kind of stuff helps me out a lot with the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.